before we get started with today's video, okay, we are here obviously to talk about my friends over at Yom and Layl. They do fantastic, inspired work on some of the best fragrance DNAs out there, particularly in the niche world. All right, so you're talking from Roja, you're talking from Boudicca, you're talking about Parfums de Marly, Creed, so forth and so on. All right, so don't forget to take advantage and get your free 10 ml. Once you spend up to $84.99, you can use my code Dedrick10 and the discount code, or you type it in Dedrick10, select your free 10 ml and you'll be good. But there is a link. You can hit the link in the description. All right, it'll take you there, set you up where you can select that 10 ml very easily. Discovery sets are available. If you're curious about the House of Yom and L, tap in. Don't take my word for it. You probably can read in the comments and previous videos that I've done and, you know, kind of see that this is a real movement with Yom and L. All right, but see for yourself. Again, see for yourself. All right, take advantage of the free 10 ml. Use the link in the description. All right, it'll set you up, and happy exploring. All right, peace, y'all. YouTube, what's going on, YouTube? What is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, your guy, one more time, DEDRICKHICKSJR, and now I'm back with another fragrance video. Smell good, family. Hopefully, everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic. Of course, it's positive energy and positive vibes. It's positive vibes only. All right, so today, super excited, man. Super excited to discuss with you guys something pretty much groundbreaking for my good friends over at Yom and L. They have been in the lab for a while, putting together their first ever signature release. All right, so this is big time. Anytime you get a, pretty much a standardized clone house, inspired house, however you want to word it or however you want to label it, when they start to branch off into original creations, now we're talking. And today I have the pleasure of discussing the original release. All right, but before we get there, just want you guys to know, even with this new release, which is going to be in limited quantities, you'll still be able to get that free 10 ml if you choose to do so. You spend up to $84.99, you can still get that free 10 ml. It's free. You're not paying anything extra. You're not paying anything on top of it. It's simply free by using the link in the description. That's it. All right, so let's get to it. All right, so today we are going to be discussing the first ever original release, original creation from the House of Yom and L. We have Solar. And as you can see, there is a difference with the plate. The original plates are all gold. This has a black plate with gold engraving and gold trimming. Bottle is still the same. Very nice presentation, heavy bottle that you get from Yom and L. The cap still kind of just snugly goes on the atomizer. I would never recommend holding your bottle from this because it is going to drop. And this is a heavy bottle with pointed corners. And if it touches that big toe or any toe, you're going to be in a world of hurt for sure. All right, so this is actually my scent of the day. I have been testing this for the betterment of, I want to say 2 weeks. All right, I was thought about to get one of the first bottles and to smell it and just kind of wear it and just kind of vibe out. And I will say right off the rip, it is marketed as unisex, but this to me definitely is masculine. All right, so the Solar name of this fragrance, there's a meaning to it. It means commander-in-chief. All right, so they have a beautiful written up storyline up on the fragrance and everything that went into it, but the meaning of the fragrance is commander-in-chief, leans towards that more masculine tone. All right, so this is just my speed. I talk often about spices and woods and leathers and ouds and just masculine profiles, especially what I got going on a day-to-day basis, going into the office. Button down, slacks, hard bottoms is pretty much my uniform on a day-to-day basis. So this lines up with my lifestyle and what I have going on personally. And I know that there's many of you out there who are about your business every single day. And a fragrance like this kind of represents that. All right, so I'm going to get a spray, show you the atomizer, beautiful atomizer. They just recently transitioned over their atomizers to these pressurized ones. So here we go. Boom, beautiful pressurized atomizer. I'm going to get a spray on hand just to kind of refresh. And in the air, it's very bold, very bold. I'm getting freshness. I'm getting a zestiness from a citrus in here, which is grapefruit. Definitely a fragrance that transitions. There's this clean, musky tone to the fragrance as well. It just has a lot going on in the opening to be desired. So the freshness, the spiciness, the woods, just a for me, very pleasant immediate opening to this fragrance. And in the air, it just smells tremendous. It does smell like a boss fragrance. It does smell like a fragrance that is meant for someone that is, you know, they know what they have going on. All right, they know what it is. They are prepared. They plan well. They have a structured lifestyle. All right, like that's what I'm getting in the air. And smelling this, it gets your attention. It gets your attention by smelling this. And on skin, it is just fantastic. Like I said, it's my speed. It's in the vein of what I like when you're talking about a more bolder, masculine profile. All right, so this stuff is an extrait de parfum. It is a crazy performer. I am talking 10 plus hours of healthy performance. The sillage on this thing in the central is nuts. It is nuts. I was complimented 4 times today and at the office, just on the strength of, man, you're smelling good, man. One of my OGs who I work with at the job, we talk fragrances every day. And, you know, he picks up these profiles, these woodier, spicier, heavier, I ain't gonna say heavy, spicier, woodier, masculine profiles. He picks them up. And we talked about it, man. So I'm gonna show my man some love, man. I'm gonna get him a little decant of this so he can see what it is, because he really had some positive things to say. I'm not telling that story to say, hey, this is a compliment magnet. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying this is an attention getter. It is, to the way that it is balanced, the way that it comes off in the air, and there's just something about a more classy profile. I think when you start smelling certain things that are away from the everyday vibe, especially in in the traditional sense in the fragrances, your clean shower blue shower gel fragrances, your really sweet fragrances. Once you start tapping into some fragrances that really has some character and some depth to them, then that's when you kind of start separating yourself, in my opinion. All right, but let's get into the notes of Solar. Again, it means commander-in-chief, and I'm going to be a little bit biased, man, because it is my speed. I talk about fragrances along the lines of this, but we'll talk about that in just a second. But what do you get here? Top notes, all right, from Yom and L's signature, first ever signature scent, Solar. Top notes, you get a note of first rain, which is titled Attar Miti. Okay, that is the meaning of it is notes of first rain. Okay, you also get a zesty bergamot and a zesty grapefruit and some aldehydes to round up the top notes. In the mid, you get Malaysian oud, Brazilian pink pepper, melon, and marigold. In the base, you get ambroxan, which is very present here, cedarwood, and amber. And they also have some secret ingredients that they are not telling, and I don't blame them. When you have a formula that you believe in, you kind of hold a couple of things back. So I don't know what those notes are. They didn't even tell me, and I'm cool with that. All right, so let's talk about my day with this fragrance. All right, I go to work very, very early in the morning. Again, my uniform on most days, button down, slacks, hard bottoms, baldy shining. We're groomed. Everything's, we're going to run a business. That's what we're going to do on a day-to-day basis. All right, so for me, it just matches up my vibe. Now, for those who are not in the office, but you go out, man, you go to special events, you like to dress up, you like to put on something classy and something gentleman-like, whether you're going out on a date, whether you're hanging out, or whatever. You could do multiple things with this fragrance, but this is an intentional fragrance, very intentional. So for my day, very intentional. All right, I wore some blue. I should have took a picture or something, but some blue slacks today. I had a kind of a forest green button down, and I had some brown dress shoes. All right, walking into work, just really ready to take on a day and handle business. A few sprays of this. Now I went 5 sprays with this. You don't need 5. You probably can go 3 and be just fine, but I went 5. I traditionally work around 9 to 10 hours, but this thing was pushing off my skin and off my clothing. I only sprayed 1 spray on clothing. I had the feeling that this is just going to really get after it if I really would have lit my shirt up. All right, so 1 spray right here at the top of my belly, in between, right here at the top of my belly, right up underneath my chest. That's where I put my spray. 2 sprays on the back of the neck, 1 in the back of the head, and then I did, that's 3, 4, and 2 on the arm, so it was 6. All right, 2 on the insides of my forearm. So that was what we had going on. And like I said, throughout the day, it was just maneuvering. First 2 hours, crazy reach with this fragrance. I was smelling myself, so I was worried, like, man, did I overdo it? But no, I got some positive feedback. And, I spray my fragrance on. It takes me about 15, 20 minutes to get to work. So I'm still really fresh after, my sprays and walking into the building. So you got to think exactly what? Well, I'm booming. I'm still booming wearing this fragrance. All right, so maneuvered throughout the day, performed really well. To me, off my skin, I get a lot of the zestiness from the bergamot, and really the grapefruit really stands out. That oudy, woody dominance, because it is dominant. It's a dominant note. It does a lot of heavy lifting in this fragrance. And then the Ambroxan. The Ambroxan really kicks. Honestly, it reminds me of the Ambroxan that is pushing out of the original Dior Sauvage. That's what it reminds me of. It is pushing everything in this fragrance and giving it the power that it needs. And those who are looking for a standout fragrance, you're not looking for something, nothing soft or nothing complacent. You're looking for something that's going to get after it. Maybe announce your arrival before you get there, or let everybody know when you're leaving, before you walk out the door. All right, but I don't want you to get it confused that this is just a loud, strong fragrance. No, it can be due to its power, because it definitely has power. But this is definitely sophisticated. It's definitely classy and has a Middle Eastern taste to it as well, kind of like an Oriental vibe to this fragrance. But it's definitely original. And even though it's along the lines, because someone's going to ask, and I've been thinking, like, what is this in the vein of, the neighborhood of? If you start thinking about things like Royal Oud from Creed, if you start thinking about things from Royale X from Zaharoff, if you start thinking about fragrances along that base, very woody, spicy, little earthy touches and tones to the fragrance, this is the class that it's in. It doesn't smell like those fragrances, but this is in the class. All right, so again, for me, outstanding performer. Where will I be wearing this to? This is going to be a business scent for me. Definitely a business scent for me. Wearing it to the office, I would definitely wear it to an event, black tie, if I'm dressing up. But I will also, if I was going to a light dinner and I'm deciding to, wear a dress shirt, some slacks, maybe I feel like kind of dressing up a little bit, depends on where me and the wife are going, then I, will look to wear something a little bit classy and a little bit masculine, and Solar is going to fit in that category for sure. So again, I know that this is not going to be for everyone. It's not. This is an original creation, and there's intentions behind it, and it means commander-in-chief. Although marketed unisex, it's definitely a masculine profile. Woody / oudy, but more on that heavier woods. Some earthy tones, some spices, some freshness, some citrus. It's just excellent. Excellent. I really believe that this is going to do well in the community for those who are looking to try something different. And like I said, when you got a predominantly inspired house or clone house, which Yom and L puts out some excellent work, you know, to each its own for what you like from Yom and L, but they put out some fantastic work. But this is something that is not going to be involved with what they do with the inspired takes. It's truly an original creation. Now, someone may smell this and say, no, dear, smells like so-and-so. Well, I haven't smelled that one. And I've smelled a lot of fragrances, but I ain't smelled everything. So to my nose, it does its own thing. This is a true original, and I really appreciate that. And it really shows you the direction where Yom and L are trying to go, or the direction where they are headed. And they have a lot more things in store, but this is their first signature release. Yom and L's Solar. It is an extrait de parfum concentration. Ratiness out the chute. Like I said, it's my fragrance of the day. I've been testing it for the better of 2 weeks. I'm going to give this a strong 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. I think as I continue to wear it and really learn it and wear it in different situations, you know, we'll see if the rating goes up or if it goes down. I'm pretty confident that it's not going to go down and it could potentially go up. But a strong 8 out of 10. It just suits my everyday vibe. Now, I believe that these fragrances have been put together and they've been sitting and they've been macerating. Normally with Yom and L's, a lot of their fragrances are fresh batches and they're gonna need to macerate. Not saying that they're not ready to go, but when you get them, the maceration process really helps their fragrances, especially if it's a fresh batch. This doesn't smell like a fresh batch. This, my bottle at least, and I know they've been working on this for quite some time. So the bottles that you guys will receive, if you're interested, I think you're going to experience right out the gate what Yom and L is all about when, you know, a fragrances has settled in, kind of mingled and did the tango and did some dances with the other oils and things that are in their fragrances. This is a fine fragrance. It's a fine fragrance for me in everyday wear. I think you can wear this any time of year. Now, I'd be hesitant to wear this in the highest of heat because of what I get with those darker woods and the semi-spices that I get in here. But I would wear it to the office on a hot summer day because I'm going to be inside. But just kind of mingling out and about in the sun, no, I wouldn't wear this during that time. But I am very happy. I'm very pleased with their original creation, and like I said, it's a little bit biased for me because it just goes along with my everyday lifestyle. Like, it just goes along, and when I say that, it's just my career. You know, I get up and go to work every morning. So this is a fragrance for sure that just kind of just checks all the boxes if I'm in that mode. Like when you talk about fragrances like Mind Games Gambit, that's one. Royal Oud is one. Creed's Tambourine Millicime is one. There's just certain Royale X from Zaharov is one. Dior Homme is another. There are just certain fragrances that have the characteristics of woods and spice, a little earthy, the Terre d'Hermès line. They're just certain things that are masculine and will command the attention, especially if you're well put together and you're putting your best foot forward. This is just along the lines of that. So excited to continue to wear this. Really excited to see what you guys have to say. Will you get your nose on this? Are samples going to be available? Yes, they are. But you know, I'm really interested to see how you guys take to the first ever signature fragrance original creation from the house of Yom and L, who do excellent work with those guys. So again, from the house of Yom and L, we have Solar, the first original release from the house, and very excited to see where it goes. I see my light went off mid-video, but the show must go on. All right, so again, salute to my friends over at Yom and L. Congratulations on your first ever original release. Looking forward to you know, seeing all the responses that you guys get. And again, I'm going to say this is not going to be for everybody. It's not going to be for everybody. It's not, but I think it's worth a try. I think it's worth the sample. I think it's worth the try to at least get your nose on. And this is a fresh spray on my hand, but honestly, I've been smelling this fragrance all day. All day. I had a long day today. And I was smelling this fragrance walking out of my building, headed to the parking lot. I was still getting wafts of the fragrance. I'm thinking it's from the one spray that was on my chest. I can still smell it on the inside of my forearms if I put my nose to it. But that one spray on my chest really was getting after it. All right, so so there you have it. All right, so there you have it, the original first release from Yom and L, Solar, meaning the commander-in-chief. And I like it. I really enjoy it, and I'm looking forward to getting to know it a lot more. And you'll see it on those the top 10 for the office. You're gonna see it. You're gonna see it because it's really that good. 8 out of 10 is a really good rating. It's above average for what you get here. Performance and all that is on 9 and a 10. But this DNA is a classy boss DNA. That's what it is. All right. So until next time, be cool, be safe, take care of yourselves. Positive energy and positive vibes. Y'all know what it is around here always, man. Watch your energy. Watch your energy, man. Watch your energy, man. Positive energy, positive vibes. Spack it up, spack it down. Spack it that thing all around. And remember, what you put onto this world is exactly where you are going to get back. Appreciate y'all. Look forward to hearing what you guys think. Tap in. The fragrance is available now. All right. Peace, y'all. Splack.